Hey everyone, ever woken up feeling, well, just awful? You know that feeling. Your head aches, your body feels like a sack of potatoes, and the thought of doing anything, even just getting out of bed, feels like climbing Mount Everest. We've all been there, right? We often say we are taking leave, deciding not to go to college, school, or work when we are unwell. But here's the cool part. If you pay attention, you will notice that many animals and living beings around us behave in a similar way when they are sick. It is called sickness behavior, and it is your body's ancient, genius survival mode, designed to knock out infections and force you to rest. Turns out your immune system isn't just fighting germs, it is rewiring your mood, your appetite, and even your social life. If you have ever wondered why your body acts the way it does when you're sick, or if you just want to understand your own biology a little better, this is the video to watch. Stick around till the end. It might help change the way you ask for a sick leave from your boss the next time. Hi, I'm Anand, and you're watching Pale Blue Thoughts, the channel dedicated to promoting scientific temper and free thinking. First, let us look at the main similar symptoms that come under sickness behavior. Whether it is humans or other animals, there are many similar behavioral patterns that change. The most important one, that feeling of low energy. Like there is just no juice left in your battery. In medical terms, it is called lethargy, meaning we feel generally fatigued. You just want to lie there, right? This isn't just you being lazy. Fighting an infection, especially if you have a fever, is incredibly hard work for your body. See, your body has a limited daily energy budget. When you're sick, that budget shrinks dramatically. So your body smartly says, okay, no running marathons, no deep cleaning the house. All available funds go to the immune system. It is a critical energy conservation strategy. Next up, sleepiness. Our sleep pattern changes and we feel like sleeping more. You just want to curl up and snooze even if it's the middle of the day. This is another brilliant move. Sleep is like your body's ultimate repair shop and immune system booster. While you're snoozing, your body is busy producing protective immune cells and strengthening its defenses. Not getting enough sleep can actually weaken your immune system, making you more likely to get sick. So when you're sick, your body is basically saying, go to bed, we've got work to do. Then there is loss of appetite, or in medical terms, anorexia. This one has a couple of clever reasons. First, digesting food takes a lot of energy. If you eat a big meal, your body redirects blood flow to your digestive system, which is why you sometimes feel sleepy after a big lunch of chicken biryani. When you're sick, your body wants all that energy for fighting germs, not for breaking down a burger. Second, some germs, especially bacteria, actually need certain minerals like iron to multiply. By eating less, your body can limit the supply of these nutrients, making it harder for the invaders to grow. It is like cutting off their food supply. Cool, isn't it? Ever noticed how when you're sick, everything just hurts more? This is called hyperalgesia, meaning your body becomes more sensitive to pain. For example, if someone hugs you tightly, you might not feel much pain, but when you have a fever or some infection, your body will feel more pain, and you will often resist getting hugged. Jadoo Ki Jappi is for the movies and movies only. IRL, it is different. When we are sick, we often experience body pain and our movement slows down. This isn't just to make you miserable. Pain is an ancient alarm system. By making you more sensitive, your body is telling you, hey, don't move that injured or inflamed part. Rest it. This prevents further damage and helps you heal faster. Plus, it forces you to conserve energy. Again, redirecting it to the immune system. It is a painful but effective way to enforce rest. Many people also show mild symptoms of depression and anxiety when they are unwell. These are all temporary. And as a continuation of this, we exhibit reduced grooming behavior, meaning we might lie around without caring about our appearance. We don't feel like keeping our face clean or wearing good clothes. Notice how no one goes to the hospital to see a doctor when they are sick, all dressed up in a suit. We don't show the usual grooming behavior that we do when we go out. Also, generally, we lose focus on our regular activities when we are sick. These mood shifts and the desire to withdraw are actually super smart. First, socializing and grooming take up, you're right, energy again. By not feeling like doing those things, you're conserving energy for the fight. Second, and this is huge for social animals like us, if you are infected, you are a potential source of spread. By naturally wanting to isolate, you are protecting your friends, family and community from getting sick. It is like a built-in social distancing. And losing focus? That just means your brain isn't wasting precious resources on complex tasks when it needs to direct the body's healing processes. We can observe many such things when we are unwell. This is just a characteristic that can be seen in varying degrees in all living things. What drives this sickness behavior? We have seen that behind all this, most of the time, our body is preserving its energy. So, how does your body actually know to do all this? It is not like you consciously decide, okay, time to feel lethargic. This is where your incredible immune system and brain team up. When a foreign invader like a virus or a bacteria gets into your body, your immune system's first responders, tiny cells, detects these bad guys. They are like the body's security guards, recognizing specific patterns on the invaders. Once they spot an intruder, these immune cells immediately release tiny protein messengers called cytokines. Think of cytokines as urgent chemical alarm bells, broadcasting an intruder alert throughout your body. Key ones are called interleukin-1, TNF-alpha and interleukin-6. Fancy names for very important signals. Now, how do these messages from the infection site reach your brain? Your body has two clever ways, like two different communication lines. First, there is the telephone line, and the star here is your vagus nerve. This big nerve runs all the way from your abdomen up to your head. It has special listening posts that pick up those cytokine signals directly from the immune cells near the infection. It is like a direct phone call to the brain's control center saying, Houston, we have a problem. This is a super fast way for the brain to get the message. In fact, if your brain doesn't get this message via the vagus nerve, you might not even feel sick. The second way is more like a broadcast system. Some of those cytokines travel through your bloodstream. They reach special listening stations in your brain where the protective blood-brain barrier is a bit more relaxed. Here, local cells pick up the broadcast and start producing their own signals like prostaglandins, which then spread the message deeper into the brain. These signals are key for things like starting a fever. Both these pathways eventually tell your brain to produce its own cytokines, especially interleukin-1. And that brain-produced IL-1 is the main signal that kicks off all those sickness behaviors that we just talked about. The lethargy, the loss of appetite, the social withdrawal. All this signaling leads to an inflammatory response throughout your body and even in your brain. Inflammation is basically your body sending in reinforcements. Blood vessels widen to bring more blood and immune cells to the battleground. Swelling occurs, and it is designed to contain and eliminate the threat. Many of those uncomfortable symptoms that you feel when you're sick are not from the germ itself, but from your body's active, powerful inflammatory response. It is a sign your body is fighting. In fact, I was down with common cold over last week, and this actually prompted me to make this video. Imagine my brain spent all that energy researching for this while it was supposed to fight the rhinoviruses. That deserves a like, subscribe, share and a comment, right? So please do that. Thanks. Okay, now back to the video. And then there is fever. Often raising your body's temperature is a fantastic way to expel germs. Most germs thrive in lower temperature conditions. So by raising your body's temperature, your body is essentially turning up the heat on the invaders. Your body has a precise system to keep your temperature steady called thermoregulation. But when you're sick, your brain actually resets the temperature set point higher. It tries to generate more heat, making your body a less comfortable place for pathogens to multiply. Now, all this comes at a cost. Raising your temperature uses a lot of energy and makes you lose more water through vaporization. That is why doctors always tell you to drink more water when you have a fever. You have to compensate for all that water loss as your body works hard to cook out the pathogens. And oh, by the way, this isn't just a human thing. You can observe this in the animals we raise around us. If you look at our pets or birds, when they get sick, they also curl up somewhere in a low energy state, appearing somewhat depressed. It is a universal language of illness. Let me give you some cool examples from the animal kingdom. Look at the common pets, cats and dogs. They eat less, spend most of their times alone in a corner sleeping, and they stop grooming themselves when they are sick. Just like us. Take vampire bats for instance. They are super social and love to groom each other. But when a bat gets sick, it actually reduces its social grooming. It is like they are subtly self-isolating to prevent spreading the illness to their buddies in the colony. Smart, right? Now here's a twist. Some rhesus monkeys, when they are feeling a bit under the weather, actually show an increase in affiliation. Instead of withdrawing, they might seek more comfort or support from their social group. It shows that sickness behavior isn't always about hiding away. Sometimes it is about seeking care. Wonder why children always rush to their mom and want their cuddling when sick. Blame it on the monkey genes. What about reptiles? They can't get a fever like us because they are cold-blooded. But they have a cool trick called behavioral fever. A sick snake, for example, might spend more time basking in the sun. It is their way of raising their body temperature to fight off infection, just like our fever. Bloody hell, I learned that even fish do it. Infected Trinidadian guppies have been observed to actively seek out warmer water. It is like they are instinctively heading to a warm spa to feel better and boost their immune system. So you see, we all occasionally find ourselves in these sick states. And when we do, we automatically switch into sickness behavior mode. And this isn't just a human thing. It is something that has been evolutionarily hardwired into us. And you can see it in almost every living creature around us. It is a powerful testament to how, across all these different branches of life, evolution has independently arrived at the same smart solutions for dealing with illnesses. Need any more reasons as to why science says we are all united? So here's the big takeaway when you're feeling under the weather. What you're feeling is actually part of an ancient, super smart strategy your body uses to heal and survive. That is why you feel so drained and tired. Your body is not letting you waste energy on anything else. It wants you to stay put so that it can pour all its resources into fighting off that bug. It is literally a superpower honed over millions of years of evolution, working tirelessly behind the scenes. So next time you're sick, embrace the rest. Keep those fluids coming and know your body is doing exactly what it's designed to do to get you back to 100%. Pretty incredible, right? Now, if you're still watching this video, I recommend you to send this to your boss so that he or she understands what is going through when you're sick the next time. It might just help you get your next sick leave without spending too much of your energy. You just found out why you need every ounce of energy when you're sick, right? Thanks for joining me today. Let's meet again with another topic. Bye for now.